Navigating the dating landscape in the West can be daunting. It's really hard already, but if you're coming from the East as an expat, it's particularly hard. And I know this because I was in that situation myself. And the Eastern dating culture doesn't really have dating in the equation, right? Oftentimes people get married very early with the involvement of the family. And so when you come to the West and you see how people here delay marriage and actually get married much, much later and explore many different partners before that, you basically get the worst of both worlds, because you also tend to delay marriage, you also tend to wait a long time, and you don't get to date before that because that's not part of the Eastern dating culture. And so that's a really frustrating situation. That can be extremely lonely, and I've been there, and there are different options, but most of them just don't work, right? So you can try online dating, but you've probably tried that already. It's really, really hard to get good matches, and it's just a waste of time, and it doesn't really get you ahead in your personal development at all. Then there's going out and doing what other people here do, which is having a lot of fun by drinking alcohol. But that also didn't work for me, at least, and maybe you've tried it and you realize that this kind of fake confidence that you get by drinking alcohol is actually pretty dangerous, because if you haven't really learned the social skills to really understand the Western dating landscape, you will get inappropriate quickly if you drink alcohol. And so this is something that I cannot recommend at all. And then there's the third option, which you probably are going for right now, which is just waiting it out. And that kind of works because maybe after a few years you will magically meet someone. Oftentimes people think that they're just going to meet someone at this developer conference or the next event they're going to. And well, usually it doesn't work out because you don't know how to actually talk to people there. You don't know how to initiate a connection. Even if there is someone who actually smiles at you and you think this is the perfect partner, you will not know how to actually start the conversation. And so often waiting it out means waiting for many, many years. Maybe 10 years down the line, you will finally be also desperate enough, and maybe the other person that you get to meet also is desperate enough to just make things happen, but then you really don't feel like you actually chose someone. You feel like you had to do that and there was no option. And so that's a situation you don't want to be in, because even if you end up in a relationship or a marriage after that, you will always have that nagging doubt, which is, maybe I could have done better. Maybe I could have chosen someone more suitable. This is something really important in the Western dating culture, that you need to explore different kinds of people and find out what you really want yourself before settling. And if you don't do that, it's much more likely that you're actually going to be unhappy in your marriage and divorced. So there are actually a lot of hidden costs here. Think of all the time that you're wasting by ruminating about someone, all the crushes you might have but not be able to initiate conversations, all the frustration that you have from going to places like this, experiencing awesome adventures but not being able to share that with anyone. All that pain actually takes away from the energy that you have left for all the other projects in your life. Imagine that you actually had the right partner by your side. Imagine you already had that relationship and you have amazing friends that you can go on trips with. How much more energy, how much more joy would you bring to your work, to your core purpose, the things that you actually want to do in life? So if you want to know more about how to actually make that happen, I would love for you to watch the next video where I explain how the solution actually works, how you can work towards a better social life and a better social understanding of the Western dating culture and really take part in it.